everyone, and welcome to this week's Heads Up, coming to you from our wonderful Sixth Form Centre here at Wycombe High School. Today we're shining a spotlight on our truly exceptional Sixth Form, which Ofsted recently described as a beacon of excellence. And to help me explore what makes our Sixth Form so special, I'm delighted to be joined by our Head of Sixth Form, Mrs. Sarah Ellis, and two of our wonderful Sixth Formers, Sahanya, who joined us from another school for her A-levels, and Shreya, who has been here with us since Year 7. Thank you all for being here. Now, Mrs. Ellis, perhaps I can start with you. Now, beacon of excellence is not a phrase that Ofsted say lightly. What makes our Sixth Form so special here at Wycombe High?
Well, obviously it's about the academics, but that's not the only thing. We're acutely aware that we are preparing students for the next stage of their life. That's about being independent. It's also about preparing for what they want to study or the pathway that they want to take. So we work really hard to generate that independence, but also to give them the opportunities and skills to empower them to make those decisions and to really take their place in the world and feel confident about it.
And that sort of sense of empowerment, independence is so important. We're a girls' school here at Wycombe High, and what are the opportunities there for girls here in our Sixth Form?
So there's a variety of things. There are opportunities for them to get involved in leadership. So we have what we call our student leadership team and head girl team. But within that, we also have house captains who do a lot of fundraising and really are the face of the student leadership team with younger students. We also have subject captains who work with subject leaders to really promote this subject and share their love and expertise of those particular subjects. So lots for them to do. Also clubs and societies just to kind of develop those interests and really kind of spend some downtime away from the academics as well.
And it's so fantastic to see those leadership positions all being held by our girls, and that sort of environment where they're really free to choose what they want to do and really succeed in the classroom and outside. One of the things that our students often say to us is, we're going to be heading off to university, into the world beyond the Sixth Form. We want a bit of a taste of the co-educational, and we collaborate very closely with John Hampden Grammar School, a boys' grammar school just over the road from us. Can you tell us a bit about that collaboration and why it's such a strength?
Well, obviously it's a natural collaboration because they're so close by. Our students have, probably siblings there. They have friendships and so on with some of the boys that are at the school. But it's a real natural collaboration. So our staff share expertise. They join together to support different aspects of their delivery and so on. But also it's really important because we can actually offer a breadth of opportunities, a wider breadth for both schools than we would be able to offer individually. So we're preserving that single-sex environment that we know is really valuable and that students really value themselves, but we're offering them those opportunities to just experience different points of views and perspectives and to just kind of get ready to kind of hold their own really in some of the environments they'll find themselves in when they leave.
Yeah, fantastic. It really does sound like the very best of both. And let me come to you guys now. Sahanya, you first. Now, you joined Wycombe High into Year 12, into our Sixth Form. Can you tell us what attracted you to join our Sixth Form from where you were?
When I came to the open day, I fell in love with especially maths, and all the teachers, they were so lovely. And then this school has a brilliant Ofsted report, and I read that and I was like, why not? This school is the best school in the county, so we need to give it a go. And when I came here, all the staff were really lovely, and teachers go beyond the curriculum and teach us things, sometimes even life after Wycombe High, which is the support that we need, and I'm really appreciative of that.
That's fantastic. And sometimes students are worried that coming into a new Sixth Form environment, it's sort of such an important time that sort of socially it will be really hard to make friends. All of those things outside of your A-levels. How have you found that side of things here?
I think I connected with people quite well, and I found people with same passions as me, so it's really easier to connect with people who are very driven and very motivated for their future, and teachers who support you throughout everything, and yeah.
I'm so pleased to hear that. That's absolutely brilliant. And Shreya, you've been here since Year 7. And you moved into the Sixth Form recently. You've been studying for your A-levels. Tell us a bit about what your experience has been like, sort of going the whole way through at Wycombe High.
It's not as different as Sahanya, but it's definitely felt like a big jump in a really good way. I feel like I'm kind of valued more as an adult, and I'm kind of shown as an equal to my teachers, and we have debates and discussions that I wouldn't have had back in lower school, and it really makes a difference to my learning and my understanding of my subjects.
So those lessons really feel different. I mean, we just look sort of behind us. We're in our Sixth Form common room area, and we've got sort of a little cafe over at the back there. I guess it really does feel quite different being a sixth form student compared to being in year 7 to year 11.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more independence, which I really like. And it feels like even if it's the same school, it's also different. So it feels like a jump as well. And it's like a different experience.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both very much. Mrs. Ellis, let me bring you back in here and ask you a little bit about our Futures programme, which is something we talk about a lot, something which was on showcase at our recent open event, but perhaps for people that weren't able to come or who haven't heard of it before, can you tell us a bit about what the Futures programme is?
So the Futures programme is something that we've developed over the last few years really, and it's kind of trying to offer students the opportunity to have valuable learning experiences beyond the curriculum. So it's about stretching them and giving them opportunities to debate and find out about things that they might not necessarily ordinarily be involved with, to follow those passions and interests. And in some instances it's about life skills, so we have electives on money matters and we have ones about cooking on a budget, but then we also have electives that are about engineering, that are very focused on the Oxbridge programme and preparing for medicine and so on. So it enables people to really kind of tailor really what they want to do in the future and find those opportunities to support those activities.
Sounds like there's a little bit of something for everyone there in that programme.
Yeah, definitely. And then they choose 4 electives over the course of the autumn and spring term. And in the summer term, what we focus on after they've done their year 11, year 12 exams, we then look at post-18 options. So we have a real bespoke programme, which we also share with John Hampden. So the opportunities for them to have people come in and talk about student finance, for us to use our alumni to actually share their experiences of university and the world of work and so on, and really to help them to kind of make those really informed choices so that when they start year 13 they're ready to make those applications and to start to fly.
And thinking about our sixth form offer in its totality, the curriculum offer, the extracurricular, the enrichment that you've just mentioned there with the Futures programme, where does it lead our students to?
Everywhere. I think we have students at every single university I think in the country. We have students who go abroad, we have students on scholarships, particularly elite athletes and so on, who might find their way to America to help them with their sport, but we also have students who really follow their passions, and we try not to pigeonhole students into certain pathways. We really listen to what they want to do, and if they want to do something that's a bit off piece, then absolutely we will support them to do that, and we really champion that because it's their future. It costs them a lot of money, and it's really worth making sure that they're really doing what they want to do.
And Sahanya and Shreya, where are you both hoping to head off to after your sixth form studies are finished?
I'm hoping to do medicine. So.
I'm hoping to do classics at Warwick.
Wow, that case in point there, medicine and classics, brilliant. And we're just gearing up to our annual Reasons Why Wycombe High campaign. What should people look out for?
Well, what's really important about the campaign is it's the student voice. So it's the students recording, producing the videos, and it's about their experiences. We have a wealth of information on our website and in our prospectus, but actually it's really giving students who want to join us or who want to be in the sixth form the opportunity to find out the nuts and bolts of what it's really like. So they'll have the opportunity to find out a little bit more about the community, about wellbeing initiatives, about how we stretch and challenge students, about those enrichment programs that we've talked about the collaboration and everything else that actually is important to our students and that they value and are experiencing every day.
And put together by our students, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So it's being led this year by Zawadi, who's one of our new to school students, but also on our student leadership team. So yes, so they're pioneering it all and putting it all together. So, which is great because they're also very busy with their mocks. So the fact that they're finding the time to do this is just testament to what the students do.
Fantastic. Well, we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that. And thank you all very much for joining me today. Thank you to Mrs. Ellis as well for all you do to make our sixth form experience here so outstanding. Now that's it for this week's Heads Up. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye for now.